come up with a plan called the Phoenix Recovery Plan. That sounds quite impressive and makes you think that everything's going to be okay, but that's not quite the case. In that it will help us to mitigate much of the worst effects, and I'm going to be rolling that out in the next few months, explaining how I'm going to be marrying various different technologies and economic systems to try and help mitigate the effect, but all it can do is mitigate the effect. We've now left it too late. And it's going to be a targeted approach, mainly designed to boost the EROI, the energy return on energy invested of depleting fields. So there is vast resources in the world of oil, gas, coal, uranium, but much of it is very marginal. And the high-grade, high net energy stuff is disappearing very fast, as that gentleman you mentioned about net energy. And this plan is designed to mitigate that. Now, one of the challenges will be, what this plan won't be able to do is keep the high flow rates that we have at 86 million barrels a day. There's probably nothing we can do about that. But what it can do is reduce the slope of the decline potentially and buy us time to implement Jeremy's renewable energy scenario so we can avoid the crisis if possible. And what it's going to try and do is deal with reserve constraints, EROI constraints, liquid fuel issues that we have, because, for example, Jeremy can create solar photovoltaic panels, but there is a lot of issues with, as I said, 95% of our transportation is liquid fuels. We're going to have significant problems if all we have is electricity. I know we have electric cars coming, but that will it takes 20 to 30 years to change the car fleet. So it tries to deal with that. There's also the net present value discount pricing. As these shocks come in, they cause major chaos to project pricing plans. The most, those of you from a financing background will be familiar with terms like internal rate of return and net present value, and in that is models for pricing, inflation, interest rate, taxes. All of those, when these spikes come in, cause massive shocks to those plans. And this plan will try and deal with that, and the capital constraints, plus the return on investment and profitability. Now, there's no easy fix to this net energy issue, and I'm not claiming to be able to do that. I don't think anyone probably would. What we really need to do is try and use the resources that we have, while we still have the energy, while we still have this buffer of net energy available to us, to try and use that to change our infrastructure. And what I think I've come up with is a plan to allow us to do that in as easily and painless way as possible, bearing in mind that most of the froth that we're living on at the moment is nothing, probably not even, I can't even find the theoretical models for trying to save that. So I probably can't save the top, say, third, but I'm trying to save the bottom part to give us, basically I'm buying a survival time with this plan and this strategy. And at the same time, I must say that the design of this is so that it will be immediately profitable to companies, so that it will help to pay for itself immediately. So there'll be a reason to do it, not just altruism, but for the benefit of everyone. Now, I sometimes feel like the panto bad guy saying, should everyone be told what's going on here? Because I've done some modelling of the UK specifically. I come here to these conferences and everyone talks about peak oil, and I do very specific analysis of, say, sectors that Simon is doing and the UK as well. And one comes up with some very interesting scenarios. And all I'm trying to say, basically, is not that we should ever say anything other than the absolute truth to the public. All I'm saying is, as Dr. Schlesinger so well pointed out, the public tends to have only two modes, complacency and panic. So let's not have them go there into panic mode. Let's give them positive images, which is why I love Jeremy's talks. He's always there full of energy, telling us how we're going to get there, how everything's going to be is doable. And the enthusiasm is contagious, and I love that, and that's what I like about that. And I think that's how we should go forward with solutions. So, in summary, without mitigation, we're going to be facing some significant issues. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Would you like to, would you like to join us up here and our other speakers?